Okay, question from E. Littles is up next. It says, what is the best path I can take to be a financial advisor? Is this an occupation you would suggest for someone who likes to help others with money? And then he says, is college necessary? What does it actually take?
One, I love doing this for a living. There's nothing else in the world that I'd rather do. I think it's so fun. You get to do math. You get to, work with money, work with dollars, and you get to help people. And like those three things are like they get me super, super juiced up. So I love being a financial advisor. I love this vocation. I would encourage anyone who thinks they might have an affinity for it to for sure pursue it. Now, what's required to do it and do it well kind of varies a little bit because it depends on what you really want to do, which side of the business that you want to go into and where you want to plug yourself in. Because you can go work and be a financial advisor, or you can work and support a financial advisory firm, or you can go out and be a product salesman. And, there are merits to each one of those. It depends on what you ultimately want to do. If you were going to tell somebody, Brian, hey, I'm thinking about cracking into the industry, I'm thinking about doing this, what are some of the first things that you would tell them to do? What are some of the first things you tell them to think about?
Well, man, there's a lot there. Because first of all, Wonderful World of Finance is awesome. A great career. But I think there's several ways to get there. I think you can do financial planning degrees. I think you can I come from the accounting background. I got my own niece focused on the accounting because I think that accounting is the language of business. So it's valuable, but somebody who's in another career, we have a lot of career changers that come our way too. Here's what I would think about is first do your research on the industry as a whole, because financial advisors are not all created equally. Sadly, the majority of our industry are salespeople. They're not technicians. I think a lot of people, when you hear about financial planning, in your mind, you think that everybody's getting to do financial planning all day and they're trying to maximize their skill set and get that 10,000 hours to become experts. But that's actually the unicorns of the industry. If you go look at how many advisors are fiduciary, fee-only type advisors like what our firm is, I think we're only like 2 to 3% of the entire industry. You'll find out the majority of financial advisors, unfortunately, are straight-up salespeople. And that's why I would guard, if you go down this path, any place you interview, I would ask them, hey, at what point are you going to ask me for a list of my friends and families so I can start soliciting them? If that comes up in the interview, I would get the heck out of that situation as fast as possible, because you need the 10,000 hours. You need the 4 to 5 years of doing this to become an expert and develop mastery before you start hitting up your friends and family. But unfortunately, a lot of our industry is set up to, as soon as, I think within 3 months, they get you licensed to pass some tests, and they pay you a salary during that licensing period. But then after that licensing period's over,
they say go out and get it.
They go write down 100 of the people that might be able to become clients and start dialing for dollars or emailing. I don't think anybody dials anymore, do they? They call or email, whatever the new finagled way that you start going through your friends and family. And that's why you see such a big washout rate within financial advising. People do it, burn through their friends and family, and then those institutions get to keep the clients, your friends and family, and you go wash out and go do something else. So I would just make sure you do the research on how you're going to enter the industry, because it's not the easiest thing. But now that I've thrown cold water on that, let me give you some good news. First, you can go do your due diligence. You can go look at NAPFA and other organizations that focus XY planning and other things that are fee-only type organizations. See if they have any conferences in the neck of the woods. You can go to those conferences, be around other financial advisors to see what it's like. But then
I was going to say, one of the easy things you could do is try to find financial advisors that you know and try to have coffee with them, have lunch with them. Hey, what's the day in your life look like? For most of the career changers that we've talked to, we tell them seek out someone, not necessarily a mentor relationship, but somebody to ask, hey, what do you like about it? What's your day-to-day look like? What do you not like about it? And then as you begin to figure out, do I actually like this? I don't think it's crazy to go shadow somebody. And we've had a number of people that have done that. Hey, can I just come like hang out with you for a day and kind of see what it is you do and how you do it to see if it's something I love? Because I think that makes a lot more sense than just somebody running out and going to try to get a degree in financial planning before they actually know if it's something they really want to do.
Well, you might not need to go get a specific degree on this, especially if you already have a degree in some other subject matter, because there's all kind of professional education courses that can help you qualify. And then I was going to put out there, because it's crazy for us not to say it, go to our website, go to aboundwealth.com or moneyguy.com. We do have a career section, and maybe your path, not to become just a financial advisor. We have those financial associate roles out there, but also if you just want to be around financially minded people, like I know we have a systems jobs out there. We have content jobs. I mean, there's all kind of opportunities that we're growing our family as well. It's just, but make sure your eyes are wide open. And it can become, if you do it the right way and the opportunities open at the right places, it can become one of the most fulfilling careers in the world. And that's why I have, I always try to get, friends, family, and relatives talking about it, especially when I find out the young people who are bright. I'm like, don't overlook the wonderful world of finance, because everybody's always like, I have several neighbors that I ask, bright students, and I'm like, what are you going to do when you grow up? Going to medical school? I'm like, you don't want to go to the wonderful world of finance? It's, I don't know. I'm an advocate for it. So I always share, go do your research and then good luck.